Finally, it works. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. I will have to close the other one. Of course, that doesn't work. Hello, Honey Kiss. Is that your Honey Tea / Honey Bear, right? Or are you someone completely different now? All right. Hey, honey, how you doing? Good to see you. Sorry for the delay. I had a bit of problems with the camera and setting up, and it just didn't work as usual. But it's better than OBS, because OBS takes too much bandwidth, so it won't stream right. You won't see a lot. So today is about a bit of a learning progress in what we do. Thank you. It's nice that you join our stream, my stream. It's always good to see you, honey. I got you on Facebook for a reason, right? So I'm just looking through the Bible. I'm trying to find the armor of God, which is a spiritual armor. And we can, when you have achieved all the pieces, so it's like a chest piece, a helmet, shoes, and gloves, and then you are presented with the sword of Christ, which will allow you to, vanquish evil, so to say. You just shared? It's okay. Sharing is caring. So, where is it? There's so much in here. These pages are so thin. It's been a while since I've been looking for this. Bloodshed. Doesn't sound like the Bible. 8 heroes. High priests. How's everybody doing? You okay? I think. Can't seem to find it. So I'm doing fine. I'm a little busy with all the annotations, everything. It's not going as planned. I wanted it to be up last Thursday, but there is so much in there. There's EVPs, there's replies, there's so much, and I'm just hey Dwayne, good to see you. Nice of you to join. How are you, mate? I should find the translation. So I'm just leafing through the Bible. I don't believe in everything the Bible says, but it is a good book as a sort of red line in life. I mean, does, however you want to say it, aside from God is wrathful, it's a very good book. It has a lot of good lessons in it. Good to hear that. I'm kind of amazed. I never expected you to be here. Vrijstellen, vorm. Maybe it's on G. So basically what I wanted to talk about is, well, let's just leave this for now. I'll have to find it some other time. Hey, Willow, good to see you, lovely, lovely. We're all special, Dwayne. We're all special in our own way. It's not right. I mean, when I look at your videos, you really have a soul for creating something nice, something beautiful. That is special. Not everybody knows how to do that. You show a part of your soul in your videos, and that's what makes you special. Like I said, we are all special in our own little way. I'm a different story. I'm just weird. Oh, of course. I don't quite remember what words, but yeah, I haven't seen you upload in a while, Dwayne. Oh, yes, I am. That's the psychologist. But what I wanted to talk about is where this stream is all about learning something more. And like my videos, I'm having a lot of trouble about where do we start. I mean, we can start in the four corners, like the very basic elementals, the basic elements, literally and figuratively, which is earth, fire, water, and air. When we start rituals, for example, we use these four corners. The four corners being the four literal corners like north, east, south, and west. When we draw this circle, we always start in the east because that's where the sun rises and the darkness ends. It takes away the darkness. So this is a good reason to start in the east. The east is associated with air. And don't hang me up on this. Some say that, for example, the north and the west will be reversed, but let's just keep a straight line in this. We got the east. This is where the archangel Raphael is like the archangel of the east, the healer of God. So, wow, where do I start? It's so much. It's like a web. Hello, Haunted Explorers. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Then we're all weird. No, we're all special. Oh, 12587. Cool. Invisible friends. Right. Let's continue. So, four elements, four corners of the earth: north, east, south, and west. East being air, south being fire, west being water, and north being earth. These 4 elements all have a symbol. And these symbols are for air, it is the sword or the feather. For south, it is the staff or the candle, of course, just like a torch or fire. For the west, that is the chalice. And no, strangely enough, there's no specified weapon for it. Just the chalice with the ever pure water. And for the north, it is the pentagram, the shield. Let's see, to continue. Incense for air and fire. Holy water for earth and water. Why do I say earth and water? I'm sorry, wait. Yes, I agree. I am not religious. My family are stomach Catholic. Sorry, I don't know that word, but I call myself more mystical. As for the religious text, I'll take some of it, if such as reference to angels, place of abyss. I kind of agree on that. I was raised Catholic as well. I actually am official an acolyte of the acolyte church, of the Catholic Church. However, when I became an acolyte, the next step would have been exorcist, but I decided that I wanted to learn about more traditions than just the Catholic. When we look at a book like the Bible, there is a lot of good knowledge in there, and there's a lot of things that actually add up. But there's also things like the Torah and the Book of Enoch. They are way older than the Christianity that we know. And I'm not saying that Christianity is a bad thing. Of course not. It's a very good thing. I mean, Jesus Christ did something 2,000 years ago, and we still talk about it. So obviously, he did something right. Etc., etc. And I do believe 150% of the light, but cannot get more information past the light, only reference heaven. I'm sorry, I don't follow, Dwayne. I do believe 150% of the light, but cannot get more information past the light, only reference heaven. Are you talking about spirits telling you this, or is this from research? Yeah, that's basically what we call God. That is this light, what we're talking about. It's like a star that I think you should watch one of these NDE programs. They will help you. They will give you some clarity on what this light exactly is. To say God is an understatement. This is why I'm I'm going from one subject to another. It's really difficult to explain an entire book or a lifetime of lessons in just a few words or a sentence. But yeah, you can draw the light, you can draw it down by prayer, for example. You can visualize this star that is a combination of lunar light and solar light. The complete union between God and Goddess. It is not male, it is not female. It is simply what it is. And I think that is why it also says in many books, for example, the Hebrew said Yahweh, which means I am. It doesn't say I'm a guy or I'm a girl. It says I am. That's Hebrew. And even in when Moses saw the burning bush in the Bible, he went to it. Hey, Wolfie in the pack, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Sorry, let me continue my story. And when Moses found this burning bush, the burning bush explained, I am what I am. And I think he even said, I am the God of Hebrews, and I'm not so sure about that. I mean, if God is everywhere, right? So I don't think he's a God of a certain people. So where was I? Very chaotic and kind of stormy-minded. Coffee might help. So yeah, you can, if you believe in this light, this warmth, and you can draw it towards your heart, you're going to get a long way with this light. It really is good. Honey kiss. I've said the word God is just a word. God is what we call the all and everything, because we haven't an explanation for what God actually is. That is very well put. I couldn't have said it better myself. That is very well put. And we can reach this, right? There is, it is a pure energy of, I don't know how to explain that. I mean, it is a very accepting, a very loving energy. Sometimes I talk to people, and they when I told them this story, they enthusiastically come towards me and say, "I felt it, I felt it," and it's you're being charged. It's like there is no more evil in the world when that light rises within you or contacts you or comes forward. I don't know how to call it. I've learned it in over the years. So it's to me it's very impressive. I wouldn't know how to explain it. But if you feel like there's no more worries, you're being accepted, you're not feeling chaotic, or your mind isn't messed up. Absolutely. I also believe there are many lights. I've heard the spirits in the latest video mention this to me. The right light, purely light, I also think they may be attracted to the light within. Yes, there are some theories on that, Dwayne. That is right. It's why I wear my hat. Our crown is connected to the higher. It's one of the reasons why I wear a hat. I want to stay a little mysterious because, well. But yeah, our crown emits that light. It's like the pillar up. And that's why I said that star that is connected to us. Sort of. Yeah, basically, it's dim my light. Hello, Paranormal Mama. Welcome to the stream, and enjoy. Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you very much. I haven't seen Jackie around, though. Is she hiding in the background? Is she lurking? So if there's any more points that you want to discuss, please bring them on. Let's talk and let's learn from each other, because that's why we got this community, right? We're not just individual investigators or individual priests or whatever we are. We want to learn from each other, and if we support each other, we can learn from each other, we can grow. Intention projection. I think I understand what you mean, Dwayne. I have a video on it from Cleveland Baxter, Grover Cleveland Baxter Jr., who was an interrogation specialist, and one day he was collaborating his lie detector, and the common word is lie detector. I think it's called polygraph. And when he, so he thought, like, I need something that'll conduct. So he hooked up a plant, and he watered the plant, and then the polygraph told Cleve Baxter that the plant was getting excited because he was getting water. So that made Cleve Baxter curious, because there is no way that that plant could know anything, right? How would that be possible? So in his experiment, he visualized burning the plant, harming it. And he didn't just visualize it, he fully intended, like you said, intention projection. He fully intended to harm that plant, and that plant started to become scared. He started to become nervous. And nowadays we call that primary perception. So you might want to look that up. That'll I think that's what you mean with intention projection. And it's something we can use to detect spirits of nature. When you can imagine when someone is very angry and comes up at you, you don't even have to look at him. You can feel your neck hair stand straight up. That is very well possible. I can agree on that, definitely. But that's not a problem, Willow. You have to, if you have to do something, you have to do something. That's okay. Wait, Rebel Rocker, welcome to the stream. And your high has been duly noted. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy. Hey? Paranormal Mama? Oh, definitely you can. Wait, be right back. Got a phone call. Wait, did I miss something? I'm good. That's good to hear. Happy UNStream. Yes, unpronounceable names stream, UNStream. Thank you so much for the likes and the views, of course. But I can feel people staring at me even if before they know I know. That is a talent. But yeah, that's what primary perception basically is. If someone is coming at you very angry, and even you don't have to see him, you just feel uncomfortable, and you feel like attacking that person even, or could feel like attacking that person because he's threatening you. And this is how spirits work as well. They have this weird aura, and this can be of light, as we now know, sort of, or as we could describe it, or this could be real dark. If it's dark, it's menacing, it's threatening, it's not pleased at all. And if it's bright and light, it is loving, your heart is warm, you feel good, you feel nice, you feel warm. Videos. Yes, exactly. and agree on, wait. I did do a crossover or assist, encourage them to the light and said, if you want to go through the door to the light, knock the door. Amazingly, I heard captured sound of knocking on the door. Yes, that is very interesting, Dwayne, because I've been very often I hear something about doors or knocking or anything like that. Now, as I said before, with the four corners, when you start a ritual, you open doors. You open the gates to the north, to the south, to the east, west. And I wonder if that has anything to do with it. It's funny because when I turn to look back, I can always tell because they look away. Yeah, we have this weird sense for it. We do have this sense. But coming back at Cleve Baxter, basically what he proved is that if you don't have eyes or ears, you're in a different dimension. But they can see, or at least notice, something from different dimensions, because we have eyes and ears and feeling and all that stuff. And that's how we notice things. And that's how we survive in life, because we can see and we can hear. But what if we couldn't see and couldn't hear? Our dimensions would be completely different. We cannot imagine how that would be. But plants can, for some reason. Later experiments also proved, for example, that a tree was cut down, and they did the Baxter experiment, and when they turned on the chainsaw, the tree started to get scared because it knew it was getting cut down. So there is, I see the connection. Yes, it's like, well, wait, I think I have an example. All right, let's see if we can make this a little clearer. I have a book here with a lot of knowledge that helped me a lot in my life. Let's see. It's got to be here somewhere. Yeah. All right, this is not a very good example, but in, for example, the Nordic traditions, there is the tree of life called Yggdrasil. It is a world tree that carries several worlds. For example, as some of you may have seen the movie Thor. They also speak of Asgard, which is the divine realm, and where we are is Midgard, the world of man. But it's a nice movie, but it's not very close to the truth. The facts are right. There is a place called Midgard and Isgard and Niflheim and Niflheim and all these worlds. But basically, you should see it this way, that our body is Midgard, the world of man, and our spirit is Asgard, the divine world. Our many things point to this, because we are from the earth as something of a mother. Hey, KDOGG, dude, so good to see you, mate. I haven't seen your streams in a while because you're always late. You're always streaming at 4 a.m. But it's very good to see you. Nice to see you, mate. Very nice to see you. Everybody, a round of applause for KDOGG. He has helped me with a couple of subscribers. I don't know how to explain it, but he's a genuine good guy. If you want to follow him, I really recommend. So, yeah, as I said. He's a good man. He's a buddy. Caleb, good to see you. It's real cool. So there is the physical world and the spiritual world. I hope we can all follow. It's not too complicated because I can be a little chaotic sometimes in my explanation. The physical body being the Mother Earth, Gaia, Brit, very many names. And in ancient Egypt, it was Geb. Long story short, the physical realm. And then we have the Father, which is the spiritual realm, the light, the warmth, that is our soul. So those two are the female and the male aspect come together in a perfect being, man. Perfect. I don't know if anybody has looked around on the world lately, but we need to get working on a few things before we can call ourselves perfect. Oh, Caleb, sorry, mate. I'm so sorry to hear that. He will be in my prayers. Absolutely. If there is anything I can do for you, just let me know, okay? If I may suggest something, you can always light a candle and think of him. So I would like to take this opportunity. Hey, Mary Lou, good to see you. I would like to take this opportunity in honor of KDOGG's, Caleb's dad passing. Let's all take a moment of silence and pray for his safe passing. Thank you. Lots of strength for you, mate. I know what it's like to lose your dad. You're not that old either, aren't you? You're my age, right, Caleb? You're like, you're 36, 35? No, wait, you're 37 as well, I think. No, that's okay, mate. Don't apologize. We're here. We're here for you if you need to, man. Don't worry about that. I mean, we can't always smile, can we? We can't just stay locked in our little closet and just keep it to ourselves. If we need to open that closet, no, that's not a reference to anything. But if we need to open ourselves up, and if we're troubled by something, please don't fear that. We are your friends. We are here for you. That's okay. We're just talking about everything and nothing anyway. So. At the other hand, while this comes up, what I noticed when my father died and when my mother died, is that they always come and visit you, and it might feel like a dream, but it's unexplainable. Hello, Stardust. Good to see you. Nice for you to join. Seven people, 7 likes. Sounds about right. See, I've been exactly, Marlu. Wise words. I'm so proud of you guys. Really, such a nice community. You look out for each other. Just reading, just reading for a bit. So yes, if you have any questions, if you have anything to say, if you have anything to note, if you have something that you noticed in your paranormal research, bring it on, and we'll see if we can find a connection between the religious aspect and the scientific aspect. For example, what Dwayne already said was that the door is important for some reason, and also for some reason they just talk about doors a lot. I am honored, Dwayne. Thank you very much. You have a good work day, okay, buddy? That sounded a little... you just have a good working day. When my brother died, in between him dying and the funeral, he visited me. Yes, exactly. It was so hard then, and I wish I was brave enough to talk to him. I wasn't then. If it happens to you, grab it. You can always talk to the deceased before the funeral. Maybe you have noticed that you're fine all the way until the funeral. Then that coffin sinks into the ground, and you feel yourself tearing. It is the official last goodbye. But I wouldn't use a ghost box or anything. Just please leave that alone. Don't, because there are risks on a ghost box. They tear the veil. Something simple is just to light a candle and focus on what is your relative or your father or uncle or anything. And maybe it's real, maybe it's not, but it'll help for sure. Terabell, welcome to the stream. I've been looking at getting some runestones since watching your streams and done some reading on it. Really nice. So I guess then you know by now about Hagal's 8 and Feo's 8 And wait a minute, Tears 8. Dwayne, thank you for joining, mate. Have a good day. He passed 20 years ago. Okay. No, I wouldn't just recommend a ghost box. Don't use a ghost box for that kind of thing. Just light a candle and it'll work. As long as you light it with a purpose for your deceased parent or sorry. I was talking to him about doing stuff this next weekend, and I told him I loved him. And he went to bed, and I stayed up late. Mom walked in the room, told me Dad's cold. Yeah. I'm glad you got to tell him that you love him, Caleb. That is, it still is very sudden, but I think you have said the most important thing of all, and that is I love you. I do prayers and before and after anything I do. Yeah, that is a good way. A simple form of that's why I started the stream with the 4 elements in the 4 corners. When we start in the east and south, west, north, etc., we can use water to sanctify. Purify. I need to translate. I'm Dutch after all. And we use the incense to sanctify. So to consecrate the circle, the place where we do our session, we use incense and holy water, or holy water. Water will do. Preferably like spring water or anything, something that is actually from the earth itself. It's the purest of water. But tap water will do if you ask the blessings of the lady. Yeah, he's gonna need your support, mate. I understand that. I learned about it. Let's keep it at that. I am a servant of God, and the difference between the Wiccan rules and the I should say Christian rules, I guess, or the Catholic rules, whatever you want to say, is that one side is more comfortable with the female aspect, and the other is more comfortable with the male aspect. So I do not see Wiccan or pagans as witches or bad people or in contract with the devil. Such nonsense. But of course, there's always assholes. They will be in Wiccan and in magic traditions, and they will also be in Christianity. Suggestions on the stones. There are so many. Tara, could you be a little more specific? I haven't missed anyone, right? At least you told me mine. Yes, do prayers. Yes. Yeah, exactly, Marilu. That's the right way to do it. I wouldn't contact anyone I know. If they want to come through, then that's great. They do a lot. That's right. As long as you don't call them from heaven. Hold on. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It will bring comfort these days. Do you do white magic? I just replied. I know about white magic and Wicca. I know, but it used to be my thing, but not anymore. As I studied the rites of exorcism, I would call myself a priest now sooner than a high priest or druid. Mostly druidism is where I studied. At the same time, it will help you. Yeah. It's good to be open. Agreed. I wanted to talk with someone at about the 4 elements. I keep getting through that there is 4 gods, and I'm thinking more Wiccan or shaman magic. Tag, you're it. What else? All right, in a minute. My son-in-law is pagan. It's not a bad religion, I agree. Most people think of witches, but that's right. Different kinds of runestones. Yes, there's the Anglo-Saxon. There's the... basically, I prefer the Futhark because it is the original one first. And there's also Ogham, but that's the Druidic language. That's the Druidic runes. They are 1 line and they get stripes, but they are a little different from the rune script. Rune script is Nordic, and the Ogham is Druidic or Celtic. Hey Trees, how you doing? I am doing great. Thank you, love. It's good to see you. It's so nice to see you. Wait, there's so many questions and so many talks. So there's pagan. I saw different kinds of runestones. Yes, that's where we left off. Treehugger, going to talk with my family. Yes, of course, Kevin. As you need. I'm doing fine, as I said. Yeah, I haven't seen you in ages. I mean, we're both just busy. I mean, that little rugrat of yours. I mean, your grandson, of course. Probably you got your hands full with mommy working. That's all right, sweetheart. It's very nice of you to be here. I'm really glad that you came along. You're always welcome on my Facebook, on my streams, and if you are busy, you're busy. That's okay. Yeah? So you mean we need to talk on stream or on Facebook? I guess we'll do this on Facebook then. Yeah, we'll do this on Facebook. Not a problem. I'll be there if you need me. Have a good one, Trees. See you around. Slowly turning into iced coffee. So, the runestone, right? So, let's see. This one, for example, is a very good example of the difference in runestones. Some sets will have only this, and other sets will have these two shapes on the sides. Sorry for the long nails, but it's to play guitar, which is over there. He will come back soon. Wait, what I miss? But the best way to learn runes is to learn about the Nordic mythology, which is also linked to tarot. Let's see if I can find a great example. Because I have them too. The tarot truly is a magical deck. It is some things we don't notice, but are there. And I'm trying to glean, so I can give you an example. Wow, this is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, there we go. Put that on the side. Let's see. I'm going to need the large arcana, like this one. Just a second. This is one of these cards that is tied to Nordic traditions. Does anyone by any chance know why this is? Yeah, I think it's interesting to learn about different things too. No? All right. So, the Hand. When Odin wanted to pick up the runes, he had to hang upside down from a tree for several days and several nights from the branch of Yggdrasil. So, does anyone know the tarot by itself? Don't what? Don't? What? Infection in your sinus? That sounds pretty serious. So an infection, then you should be operated, right, Willow? That'll require surgery if it's a deep infection. Okay. Wait, I'm missing something here. Yeah, well, they try, at least. Marilu, that's right. But it's not always that way. I mean, there's just bad doctors out there. Really, there are. When no, but antibiotics don't help if the problem isn't solved yet. If you have an infection, something is causing that infection. So antibiotics will be the worst thing you can do because you get used to them. Your sinus, that's your eyes, right? Hello, Heart of Comedy. Oh, people, we got a funny guy coming in. Kidding, I'm kidding. Or am I? I'm doing well, but well, there's a few things going on. Did you know all the archangels are in the tarot? Another good example. Seven stars around the big star, seven lanterns around the crystal throne, the star. Judgments, but I'm not sure if I could say this is Satkiel. God's justice. Another one. Okay, I got two examples which do show a bit. I'm glad to hear that. Like I said, all the archangels are in here. Why do the bull, the human, well, which is obviously an angel, the lion, and, well, a bird has feathers, of course. But in the Hebrew traditions, we have, let's see, wow, mirror, Yod, He, Vav, He, which is the four letters that are used as a substitute for the word Yahweh, meaning God, of course, I am. When we look at these four figures that are in the corners, they are based on the Hebrew tradition of Raphael being the most human-like energy. We have Uriel, the strength and like the bull. We have Michael, who is the lion. And we have Gabriel, who is the seagull or goose. Depending on the sort of religion, it can be an eagle or a goose. Not an eagle, sorry, a seagull or a goose, a water bird in any case. Wait. It's okay not to be spiritual, but you should believe in something, not nothing. Don't you agree? I do agree on that, yes. At some point, Yvonne, would you come on one of my streams? We can get together before, chat about what we talk about. I think it would be good. Sure, why not? I'd be happy to help. Yeah, I mean, I've been giving it some thought, and I want to be a little more calm with using the ghost box, because I am breaking my own rules, which is don't casually use the ghost box. I mean, if something is stuck or there is a problem at someone's home, I will use the ghost box, because we need to communicate and see what is wrong and how we can help this being. For example, many times that there is something dark in your house and your house is haunted, it's simply because the being doesn't know it's dead. But you can't just say, do you know you're dead? Because that'll, for some reason, that'll anger them, in my own experience at least. But let's see, in some cases, it's more than just that. It's just frustration, not being able to let go. I mean, if you don't know you're dead and someone is in your house, and you go tell that creature, I want you out of my house, what's going to happen? If you're in your house and someone tells you, get out of my house, that would piss me off. So yeah. But in my last session, I also heard we're tired now. So I think I have been exhausting my guides a little too much, because they protect me, right? And I ask them, but they will never say no, because they love me. They want to protect you. That's with every guide or every protector we have. But it'll drain them. That's at least what I've figured out. Their energy isn't eternal. I mean, if you're a seraphim, like the archangels, that's a different story. But even the archangels aren't there just for me or for anyone else for that matter. They have a lot to do. They are the protectors of the crystal throne, the throne of God. So why would they be continuously be here and join my sessions to protect someone or anything? They should only be called for when we're dealing with demonic entities, like the really dark ones that try to destroy. They drain you, they break you, your mind falls into chaos. Those are a few things to recognize possession or a demonic entity. Incubus or succubus. Incubus being like the movie The Exorcist, that's an incubus. The succubus being the surroundings around the person. They focus on the person, but they are not they do not possess the body or the soul, I should say. They possess the surroundings around the soul. They try to get in. Wait, did I miss something? That's very good, Mary Lou. I agree on that. That's my stance as well. I do believe in God, and I definitely won't deny God. But I'm not sure if all these books, like the Bible and the Torah and all that, and the Quran are right. I mean, maybe they are right, but it's not important because it's God. I don't think that he literally wrote the Torah or the Quran or the Bible. We're having so many arguments about God. I mean, for example, the Quran will say Allah, but the ridiculous thing is that it is denounced from Allah, which means literally the God. So how do we know it's not the same person? No, I know what I'm saying here. I know it's a little risky, and I might actually step on a few toes here. But is that important? Is it important that we say our God is the true God? Yes, it's unfortunate, but it's also true. Wait, I'm gonna catch up for a minute. I think at some point, yeah. I don't do drama, no worries there. I want to expand my knowledge and experience that all. I think having you on my life would be great. I think so too. It would be my honor. Drama is not for me. I can definitely say that, Max. It does not have any drama on her streams. Then I definitely accept. All the same way. Who is Max? Max is Mary Lou Paranormal. Paranormal Mama. Tara Bell. The Bible has been rewritten so many times, my man. That is correct. There is the Old Testament, there's the New Testament, and many things are just left out. They just, oh, that doesn't fit in our picture, so we'll leave that out. It's kind of weird. It's strange. Elon, can I ask, what could be that would give someone terrifying dreams when they sleep in a specific room? In a specific room. I am a believer that we are closest to the spirit world in dreams. I think that's the best answer I can give you. So, and there will be those of malicious intent, and there will be those who will leave you alone. And some will just try to poke you and see if you, because they want to tell you something or show you something. Hey. So, hey vriendje. Wat dan? Hallo Zorro. This is my cat Zorro. For those who do not know, he is a criminal. If I do not put my garbage bin in the toilet when I go to sleep, he will rob it. Wait. Dreamt of someone, could not remember the face, stabbing me in the side. Right. Did you feel the stab? Because it was not that long ago that I had this kind of dream. I could not see. I couldn't hear anything. I could feel things, which is weird because in dreams you don't feel. If you are aware that you are dreaming, you can bite your finger and you won't feel a thing. Something weird will happen, like it's like a hollow shell or anything like that. It's real weird, but that is something. Okay, that is good. If you, I suppose you tried incense, knowing you. If your daughter will put a stick of incense, doesn't really matter what kind of incense, put a stick of incense at the doorway. I don't know why, but it helps. I mean, to me, my room is sacred. That is a holy place. I don't smoke there. I don't do anything else but sleep there. Especially since I'm celibate, I only sleep there. Hey Claire, good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Always a pleasure. Let's see. Okay, I've been speaking to you often, Mary Lou, and I see you on streams everywhere. We exchange many words. Basically, the people that come here and that I know, they are welcome to chuck me an invite on Facebook on Iban Wijnands. If you're just someone who follows my work and I never talk to and I don't have a connection with, please follow me on the Unpronounceable Names Facebook, because I would like to keep those two separate. Personal and spiritual, of course. It's nothing personal, definitely not, but my Iban Wijnands Facebook is just for the personal friends. They are friends I talk to, that I have a connection with, like Jackie Moffat. She's my mod, and I talk to her a lot, I always felt a connection with Jackie. So she's on my Facebook. Same is with Treehugger Paranormal, which is, I always had very good talks with her, so I invited her to Facebook. So Marilu, please chuck me an invite on Ivan Wijnands. Like that. So yeah, she's great. I wonder where she is, by the way. I haven't seen her. She said she'd come, but she also said that she would take an early night around 11. So I guess she already sleeps. If you've got that, then I can probably move it. Wait, what's happening? Oh, great. It's freaking out. I cannot delete my comment. Stop it. Did I remove it? Or did I not? Okay, well, that's yes. I'll accept it in a bit after the stream. I'll take a look, and we can make some arrangements for our streams. I always like working with everyone from the paranormal community. You're a truth seeker too, right? Oh, it's gone. Thank you, Tara. Good job. Thank you very much, Jamie Ives. And welcome to the stream. I've seen you before. I've seen you on other streams before. You always compliment me on my clothes. Well, I've been told that that's because my previous life was somewhere in around 1939, I believe she said. That was there was a time that these hats were, but I don't know. I mean, this life is more important than my previous lives. Yes, PJs are classy. Oh, right. Yeah, I've always liked these hats ever since. I think it's because of Michael Jackson. Panther Paranormal. Hello. So so where is everybody from? I mean, all these people are just joining us. It makes me really happy. Really, I'm almost shocked. Where did everyone come from? I know that Marilu is from the UK. Willow is from the UK. Sheffield. Cool. Claire Albert is also from the UK. North Carolina. Wow. That's a bit further. USA. England? Name, just throw some people. What's England? I'm kidding. Great Britain. isn't it? That is actually England, right? It's just the official name of England, Great Britain. Kansas, wow. Yes, I know. MKEYY. Wait. Manchester. Yeah. I mean the bird. Curio cabinet. I have a curio cabinet. I'm not sure if it's a cabinet. I think, are you referring to that screen there? The Japanese screen? That's a bin for the kitty litter. UK. What else could be a curio cabinet? That's a TV, which does not work. Oh, right. I'm sorry. That must be an insult. I'm sorry. Liverpool, right? I'm thinking football. Sorry, I'm not following. I'm not that into football, to be honest. I've always been a martial arts guy. Which suits my spiritual path. Now, if you don't mind, I need to get demonetized. If I would be monetized in the first place. Sort of. I think he disappeared for a bit. He was here a minute ago. That's okay, Lou. Nags. KY. Wait, don't say anything. Kentucky? Is KY, is that Kentucky? Because there is a point of interest in Kentucky that I definitely need to see sometime. Yeah, it is Kentucky. There is a point of interest in Kentucky, and it has a black label. I don't drink often, but if I drink, it's usually whiskey. Yes, that's it, Jamie. Very well. Yes, Kentucky, Jack Daniels. Right, yeah, Jack Daniels. Not Johnny Walker, because that's a different one. I always confuse those two. Though, if I'm completely honest, Knob Creek? Oh, I don't know that one. Is it also a bourbon? Vodka? Some of them are very good. There's a certain grass vodka, which is very good. And I don't mean the bad kind of grass, or well, bad kind of grass, but I mean the grass that grows on the field. All right, it's also a bourbon. I prefer the single malts, like the Glens. I really appreciate those. Glenmorangie, Glenfiddich. Wild Turkey. You mean Famous Grouse? Close enough. Jack Daniels and Coke. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the right way to drink Jack Daniels. I fully agree. Springbank. I'll keep an eye out for that. I suppose it's 10 years. What kind of flavor is it? Is it like what barrel? I hope I'm not being too what do you call that? I hope I'm not asking too difficult questions. Nope, nope, Claire Albert. There is also red vodka. It's a little milder, but it has more bitter. I think it's made from grapefruit. Yes, Glenfiddich is good. All right. Okay, cherry casks. You got a bottle in front of you, don't you? You're reading the label. I knew it. Sounds good. It's a wide range of aromas, citrus fruits, pears. That sounds good. That sounds good. Springbank 10. Yeah, 10. I have to keep that in mind. That sounds delicious. And let's try not to drink the old bottle at once. I don't drink often, but if I do, I have to be careful that I don't just start. Mm. Yep, that is the Irish for you. I have a few Irish friends, and they taught me how to drink when I was like young. I'm not very proud of it, but when I was like 16 or 17, yeah, I came home late often and drunk. I love the Irish. Chalky or law. Springbank 10. I have to remember that. Oh, sorry. I'm in the Netherlands. You'd think that this is just one room, but this is my actual house. And the door leads to the hallway. I made a video. This is the hallway where I heard coughing from. When I just came here, this house was haunted. And I'm not talking about spirit contact, that we turn on our ghost box and we hope to get something. I'm talking about legitimately haunted. Trust me, it's written down. It's written down. And I was here with a friend playing games, and I had noticed a few things before, but all of a sudden I was sitting here playing a game. I have two computers, and well, all of a sudden we just heard from my hallway. So we jumped up, of course, and we took a look, but there was nothing there. Absolutely nothing. Now, I have an upstairs neighbor who lived here longer than I, who lived here when the previous owner was here. So I asked him what he could tell me about the previous owner. And he told me that he died in my hallway. So that was very amazing. But that's not what, yeah, that is a definite case of haunting. But that wasn't the thing that showed me it was the guy that died in my hallway. What truly amazed me was that my upstairs neighbor told me he was very bad on his legs. He could barely walk, and he was always coughing, that terrible cough. And that was the point that I knew what was going on. After a few more questions, I learned that this man, he had died in my hallway from a heart attack, so he lost consciousness in my hallway. No, he didn't die from a heart attack, not in the hallway. He lost consciousness in the hallway. And on his way to the hospital, he died. So his last thoughts were in this house, in this hallway, and he didn't know what was going on. So I talked to him, and eventually he, running the ghost box, he said, "Ivan, let je op mijn tuintje." And that means, "Ivan, will you take care of my garden?" So I promised him that I would take care of his garden, and I do. Every once in a while I plant something, and I like wild growth. It's not like I don't really like the fashion in order. I like, when I come into my yard, I like the smell of dawn. I like, yeah, it is. It was a great experience. I felt very warm, and eventually I wanted to make something in my kitchen, and I felt like I was being hugged. It was very, very, at one side, it was very exhausting and very nasty, because there was a period that it didn't accept me in his house. And eventually I was able to let him realize what was going on. So, and after that, I heard that, like, take care of my garden, etc., what I just told you. But yeah, that's the full story is on my channel as well. It's I think it's episode, you can see it's the thumbnail with the man coughing. So if you want the whole story, you can see it on there. You might like it, maybe you won't. Wait. Hey, Carolyn, want to be free? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Willow and the Haunted even. How you doing, love? Yeah, you should. I wish you guys could join me in my garden sometime. Maybe in the summer I can show you around a bit with a camera or anything, depending on my situation. I'm doing fine, Haunted Explorers. Thank you. How are you? Sorry. Oh, so the shoes are off, are they? That's nice. Just sit back and relax and enjoy the stream. Oh, right. Before I forget, I would like to recommend some a certain video from the High Priestess. She has a good video on how to purify and charge. What are you doing here? You should be in bed, Jackie. But it's okay. Of course, it's okay. So yes, before I forget, it's you can consider it. All right. So meanwhile, Jackie is saying hi to everybody, and I'll just continue my story about the little assignment I have for you. I on a few live streams, I think 2 live streams back, I told you that I would do a meditation video to bring up a crystal shield, and you will need a mountain quartz for it. Yes, High Priestess Studio. She has a very good tutorial on how to charge and cleanse your crystal. Because for that meditation that I want to do, you're going to need mountain crystal, mountain quartz, which is a symbol of protection and purification. And you need to think of 2 keywords. 1 to activate your shield, and 1 to deactivate your shield. But you don't want these words to be common and yet easy to remember. Because if you use common words, you could say, for example, hospital. And every time you say hospital, you will get triggered. And you will think about that shield. So try to avoid those common types of word. For example, what would be good? Right, for example, from a different language. I could use Hebrew, for example, saying Adonai to pull it up, and Adonai Haaretz to cast it down. Because I won't use them in my daily life. I won't get triggered if I talk to someone, or if I'm operating or anything. So this will give you a chance to test it out and see if it works for you, those 2 keywords, and how they fit you, if you can remember them, all those things. And then eventually I will upload a video, which is a meditation that you will need to use those keywords in the meditation. So it won't break your focus and or the meditation, and your crystal shield will have the most strength, because you are allowed to focus. You won't have to think about the words. So just if you want to do that meditation, that is what I recommend. Get yourself a nice crystal. It doesn't have to be a large crystal or anything expensive, as long as it's a quartz that is a clear quartz. Let's see what did I miss anything? All church, yeah. Everybody showing each other some love. It's nice. Love seeing that. Yeah, that'll happen, Merlu. That's exactly what'll happen. I often hear in a session, I hear I'm after this one, after this guy, or me next, or that kind of thing. So they are waiting their turn to say something. That's exactly what's going on. Oh, that's okay, sweetheart. Don't worry about it. You were on the stream. You showed your love as always, and I'm not bothered if something happens that you uh, disappear all of a sudden. Well, it's good that you say sorry if I disappear, because then we know it's your phone, but it's not a problem. Yes, that is correct, Jackie. We need to give them their time as well to recuperate, depending on what they have done for us. Or so I've learned in my last session. There were things being said like, I'm tired for the moment, or I'm tired now, or something like that. Most of it is in Dutch, so which is logical because there's only Dutch radio stations. And some replies are in English, which is weird because there's only Dutch radio. Yeah. Hello, Rotting Doll. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. My spirit slept my butt, then run. I hear doors slamming in the house. They have run to. They also wake me up when something is going to happen. They're good spirits, no harm at all. That's good. I am unfortunately not as lucky, but that's because I'm a little different from an investigator. It's so nice to see everybody getting along on my stream. I wonder where Glenn is. So many people came to the stream. That's very nice to hear. Oh, really? I guess we all have our moments. That sounds special. Yeah, what is wrong with Glenn? I guess it's just this work, this job. You go ahead. I'm just enjoying. You're entertaining me now. That's great. This is the easiest stream I ever had. I've seen that. That was great. Cats in front of the ghost box. I've seen that. That was great. I've seen it. I think you're a good owner as well, Mary Lou. The way they looked, nice shiny coat. They were friendly when you rubbed their chinny. They seem like nice cats, and that only happens when they have a good owner. Kebab. What? Wait. I definitely missed something. A kebab? What? No, that is absolutely correct, Jackie. I feel outnumbered and slightly threatened. Slightly, yes. So, are there any questions you would like to ask about the circle, the four corners, holy water, maybe the angels? What else you could think of? I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Oh, you did a live yesterday? Or the other day? So that's a little different from yesterday. I'll check it out. I'll go take a look. Though I can hope to find the time tomorrow. I'm not sure. A little busy. That is a good question, the Haunted Explorers. What is the best way to get rid of a demon without getting attacked? Unfortunately, there is no way to get rid of a demon without being attacked. The thing is, in exorcism, which means to cast out, you take the entity to you where you can deal with it. The best way to get rid of a demonic entity is by calling to something you love, something warm, something nice. Thrive with your virtues. Try to look at your virtues instead of your sins. It is dealing with demons is a difficult job. It's not easy and it's not fun. But if you want to deal with a demon, okay, let's just go through the steps of exorcism of recognition. We create holy water, first of all, to see if the body will react on it. If someone is possessed, holy water will show what entity it is and if it is a dark entity. When we make holy water, we have a bit of salt, we have a bit of water, and I do this through Catholic tradition, so this is how I know how to make holy water. In India, they use ash, which is the purest form of earth. It's dust, it's nothing but fertile. But through Catholic traditions, we pray to God to give a soul to the salt, which is the pure form of earth, and we ask to give a soul to the water, which is the pure form of water. Both are the primary elements of life. Without earth, we have nothing to stand on. We wouldn't even exist. We all were born from the earth. So it is best to ask Gaia, the mother of earth, to bless and create a soul from the salt. Then we have the water, which is the Lady of Living Waters. Spring water would do fine to create a soul. We pray to Gabriel, the Archangel of the West, which is the element of water. Then it is combined to one, and it will form a new soul. Hey, love, Lu-Lu-LuvU. How you doing, love? And when we have this holy water, we will let the person who we suspect to be possessed or suffering from a demonic entity, we will let it drink. Many things can happen. Some people will get a burning mouth, which means that there is one entity, for example. This is an example, right? This is from my own practice that I have experience with. Someone will feel their mouth burning, which will mean it is the type of entity that spits fire, for example, or has a strange mouth. And like I said, it's not easy to cast out a demon. It's really hard. And it doesn't happen that much, to be honest. But these signs will be registered, and then you address the entity. You ask the person who is possessed, or by that point you know he's possessed, or is attached. Something is attached to its soul. You ask him, "What is your name?" If you can also do it in a different language, as then they will reply in a different language that they don't speak. So it's an extra confirmation for a demonic possession. You address the entity, you ask their name. Then 9 out of 10 times, the person himself or herself will answer. My name is Ivan, in my case. On which the reply will be, I do not address you, Ivan. I address the entity within. In the name of Jesus Christ, who is our Savior, according to the books, and look at our world. Without him, it would not be the same. In the name of Jesus Christ, in nomine Domini nostri Jesu Christi, what is your name? Quid est nomine est. So that is a start to the rite of exorcism. Dealing with demons is not fun. I do not recommend it. If you have no experience, if you have no knowledge about it, don't. Just don't, because it can go wrong. Another misconception is that people think that when we exorcise someone, we try to save a life. That's not the case. We save the soul. And I'll be honest, I've never had someone dying on me, thankfully. I hope I'll never ever have to deal with that, ever. But we save the soul, not the body. I do not recommend exorcism. Really, I don't. It's not fun. So I hope that answers your question. If you are dealing with a dark entity, see a priest, a high priestess, someone who is initiated in the religions. That's basically the best I can say. There's not the rite of exorcism itself. It's very broad. Yes, but if you call on them, there are also things like contracts and everything, and that's a different story. But I prefer that you just don't get demons into you. It's more of a Dybbuk box. A Dybbuk box. Are you sure it's an original official Dybbuk box? I don't think so. A Dybbuk box is, there's one really known, and that's the wine cooler, or the wine cellar, or wine cabinet. That's the most famous one. However, a Dybbuk box isn't common. That first of all. Second of all, a Dybbuk box can only be found in concrete on the bottom of the ocean, because really they're not going to give you a Dybbuk box to take home for your grandchildren to see or anything like that. Really, the Dybbuk boxes on eBay, they're just, I'm sorry, I have no other explanation. They are stupid. Wait, Marilu, I'm not a massive believer in demons. I have to say, I had the name come through lots over the spirit box from what I got from the family, and spirits here ganged up and wouldn't let them in. Yes, that is a very good description. That is a form of protection. That is very well, because that's the light that you're calling on, Marilu. That is very well. Lu-Lu-LuvU, how does a demon enter a person? A demon attaches to sin. Lust, greed, lust, greed, gluttony, hate, which is very common, hate, and of course pride. I'm always trying to focus on the virtues instead of the sins. So it's better to stay focused on virtues than on sins. But if you learn about the 7 sins, you basically will learn on where are the possibilities that they can attach. So through sin, they can attach. In some cases, like a contract is another way of getting a demonic attachment, better known as possession. But then we are talking about a succubus possession, which is around the person. But eventually they will try to become an incubus possession by feeding hate, destruction, etc. The thing of evil is that it destroys itself. However, if you're possessed by a demonic entity, that means it will destroy you as well. yeah, it goes by steps. So yeah, that's okay. Hey, Amy, Ames, how you doing, love? So nice of you to come and join us. Ladies and gentlemen, Amy from Whatthe Paranormal, she and her daughter Lainey, Ames and Lanes is what I call them, have their own channel. They have a nice channel. They have challenges, they have games, they have fun. It's always a pleasure to be on their stream. Unfortunately, it's always a little late for me, and I don't always have the time. I try to join as much as I can, but they are fun. They are worth subscribing to. Please check them out. Oh wow, I'm not good in a good place with the sin thing. Claire, we may have a problem. Well, I suppose you're referring to lust. Okay, that may have been a bit off the edge. Never mind. I'm not a massive believer in humans. We have that other than enter. The reason why I say that, because I know somebody that had one. They've been acting real crazy and speaking weird languages. So I just, yeah, that are actually signs of possession. Yeah. No, trust me. If you're possessed, and I mean genuinely possessed, you're going in a bad place where you lose your friends, you lose your job, you lose your. Take a good look at Mark of Paranormal Acts. And I know it's a bold statement, but I have a suspicion that he has a real problem. Look at Andy. It all started when they did that stupid thing where Mark agreed to demonic possession. That is something you should not do. And I cannot say for sure. I did not let him drink holy water. But it's something that crosses my mind often. The things that he told me and on the stream, they are concerning. And there's nothing I can do because I'm on the other side of the pond, and I'm not that rich. Otherwise, I would have taken a plane and I'd go see him for myself. But I'm not sure if he will be open to that. Yeah, exactly, Marilyn. I try to warn as many people as possible. I've seen what they can do. Can it attach itself to objects? That is a very interesting question. This is why I follow Jane, Paranormal Voices. She's doing some good research on haunted objects. I think they can attach to objects. I think objects can be haunted. After all, the DOGG box is also an object that binds a maleficent spirit. So yes, I think it can attach to items. Sorry, cat, I'm streaming. Okay. Oh, buffering. I don't know. I'll have to look up the stream later. It might be my end. It could very well be. It's not the best internet that I have. I know you're a good person, Max. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it is a pain, Ames. I know. Still, though, you're just joining, although you're busy yourself. You are a busy girl. I know you are. And still, it really means a lot to me. Thank you so much, really. Right. Sorry, I'm not getting actually a really good person. I wonder if Glenn will say the same thing. Because you're always ganging up on him together with Jackie and wait, there's someone else. I think it's Whispers from no, not Whispers, it's Sarah. I think you, Sarah, and Jackie always gang up on Glenn, so I'm still trying to figure out if you truly are a good person. And of course, I'm kidding. I know you are. I'm sorry, but really don't call evil in. It's not great to do that. That is correct. That is correct. There are consequences. I can agree max 100%. Okay, I understand. My theory on haunted objects are at its base level is, where was I? On haunted objects is at its base level is if a home can be haunted, why not an object? That is a good theory. It's pretty good. Someone is attached to their home and they could be attached to an object. Yeah, I agree. I bought a 100-plus-year-old house years ago and there was an object left behind. What happened in that house was enough for me to sell. Left the object behind. The folks that bought my house also sold shortly after. The third couple that bought the house all died in the house. That's really creepy. So yeah, that's where I usually come in, or if people are open to that, I come in. Glenn loves me, he's like my big bro. That's why we do it. I know, don't worry about it. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah. And that is exactly what could very well be a demonic haunting already, because it destroys itself. If you say several people died in the house, that is something to be cautious of. That can very well be. Though it doesn't have to be demonic, definitely not, because some people are suicidal, for example, which is, hey, White Wolf, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you again. Nice. So yes, that is that can be a fact. Can I ask what object was it, Lulu? What kind of object was left in that house? I see. You need to get a hold of me at some point. What can I do for you, White Wolf? Is there something, is it personal? Thank you. Okay. I have an unpronounceable name Facebook. You can look me up, and if you can always address me on my personal Facebook. Not as much as adding me to your friends list. Oh, you don't have Facebook. Okay. Unpronounceable names at gmail.com. Altogether. It's also on the YouTube page About, on the About section. My email is there as well. I'm really not that good. That's coincidence. But if you will excuse me for a moment, nature calls, and if nature calls, you have to answer. Is dat vermaken? Stukjes. Nee, eten. Okay. And apparently feed my cat. Hello again. For a minute there, I felt like William Wallace. You know that movie, Braveheart? Freedom! I was holding up for a long time. Yes, that is correct, White Wolf. You're going to sleep, Jackie? That's okay. Perfect. Have a good sleep, Jackie. Sleep well, and I'll obviously see you around. Talk to you soon, Jackie. See you around. So, right, where were we? Did I miss anything? obviously. Um, right. We were talking about the haunted object. An old picture of a woman, her gaze followed you everywhere. That is interesting. The Indians believe that, I'm sorry, that's offensive. The Native Americans believed that the taking pictures would capture their soul. So my question is, what did the woman look like? Of what origin? Home was raised in Whatthe, 1834, and up under the mental health care myself included. I was so happy when I left. Wait, I missed something. Yeah. All right, I get it. Yes, and I meant toilet break. Okay, I'm just catching up. Just into the history, we found out several people had to go into the local asylum after living there. Yeah, sounds like destruction and chaos. Jackie on that. Good night, Jackie. Okay, I think I'm all caught up. Funny you should say that, but the second couple that bought my house just picked up and left all their belongings behind, and the woman was never the same. And still, I would like to know what origin the woman seemed to carry. Like, was she Native American? Or was she Jewish? Or, of course, you can't know specifically, but what it looked like is could be interesting, because there are many traditions in the world. No, I'm sorry, I don't use Google Hangouts. Sorry, White Wolf. No, I will suggest that you email me on unpronounceablenames.hotmail.com. .gmail, I'm sorry, .com. And then we can figure something out. You're not a gamer by any chance, meaning Discord or Skype or that stuff. Lekker vriendje. Darker complexion, long hair, very proud. You think she could have been of Arabic origin or more like Indian origin? Or even darker complexion? Native. Native American. Yeah. Don't mess with the Native Americans. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much the opposite, Max. I've always grown spiritually. I'm really open to things, but I'm not crazy. I don't when I it's not always a spirit or it's not always demon, but some things are really obvious, and some things are just, yeah. If you would learn the lessons that I have learned in my life, you would your skepticism dries out, sort of. Yeah, it does sound Native American to me. I think the stream is lagging a bit. There's a bit of delay. I used to have it, but I deleted because of drama. White wolf. Yeah, but yeah, it does sound Native American to me. I agree. Who told you this? Who told you not to destroy the picture? Because she knows something, obviously. Yeah. No names mentioned. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Sorry. Don't know what happened to me there. Yeah. Might have gotten some dislikes there. I don't think there's any lurkers now. But yeah. I'm getting a little confused because I wanna talk about three different subjects. One is white wolf. I suppose you're talking about my email. I used to have it, but I deleted because of drama. The second is that I am curious about the lady who told you about the picture, Lulu. No, it's a little different. It is the same spelled, so it's misspelled correctly, but it's all one bit. Unpronounceable names at gmail.com. Oh, Discord. I always log in. Oh, okay, like that. I get it now. Took me a while. Okay, you used to have Discord, but you deleted it. Okay, I understand. I understand. So, yeah, take your time. There was one spirit that was also in the old house. He was harmless. Yes, some things I know what you're talking about, but some things are better to figure out for yourself. This does sound like something I recognize. You could see it as when we walk through life, and every time we experience something negative or create something negative, we also create a chain. And that chain ties us. That's what I could say about it. That's okay, White Wolf, no problem. Good question, Rhino. It's good philosophy. Yeah, we have to try to respect them at least. Probably they are probably more feared than we are most of the times, or distraught. Very often when it's negative, it's just frustrated or it doesn't know what's going on. And I say it, but it is a person still. Yeah, that is true. They will grab your attention one way or another. But we have to be careful still. Because, attachments. Lulu, don't worry. Don't worry. Oh, right, you're not an investigator. Well said, Rolling. Okay, Lulu, I want to ask you something, and I want you to think really carefully. It'll help you for the rest of your life, as it always has helped you for your entire life. Was there any time in your life, a point, that you almost died, but for some miraculous reason that you cannot explain, like there was an external force, you got away with your life? And I really want you to think carefully about that. So if you have that answer, please do so. I can tell you about my own experience with such a thing. When I was about, I think I was 14 somewhere, maybe even a little sooner, 12, I think. I was playing badminton, 12. Around that age, I would spend the night at a friend's house. And I've told this story before, so maybe some of you will know it, but this house was huge. It was a villa. It had its own pool. And that's, in the Netherlands, that is a big thing. We are a small country, and if you have a big house in a small country, that is pretty awesome. That means you are well, you're well in your finances. So, Lulu, that external, all right, I'm I'm a little confused because of the delay. I don't know if I should continue the story or, yeah. So, go on, tell your story. Tell your story. How come this? You were saved by this external force, so to say. Lulu's not an investigator, Robbingdoll. She has a normal, bright life, and she should keep it that way. Don't dive into this. I don't recommend it. It'll change your life for good. If someone doesn't agree, please say so. So how come you wasn't expected to live? Married paranormal people, does anyone here have precognitive dreams? I do not often, but I always know the difference. Not very sure as a Dutch person what you mean by precognitive. Organs were shutting down from diabetic coma. Okay. So how come you survived? I only have those, like I do have them, but not exactly. I don't have. It's more like explained as in Jung's explanation or Freud's explanation. The doctors couldn't explain it. Okay, and you have no idea either. So it stopped when you left the house because you went to hospital, I suppose. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Another thing is exploding head syndrome. Exploding head syndrome is that you hear voices just before you fall asleep. I am convinced that it's spirits, that we pick up spirits. About 75% to 95% of all investigators involved in spirits have exploding head syndrome, which is weird. And this is not fact, but this is what I experienced and by asking around. Okay. Yeah, it's not something that happens daily, Lou. Max, sorry, I'm used to Mary Lou calling a Mary Lou Lou. So Max, it's it's not that you have it always. It's every once in a while you get exploding head syndrome, as they call it. I think it's very interesting. When I came home from the hospital, I slept on the sofa downstairs and never went upstairs again. So it was a specific room. It was one specific room. That is something different than I was referring to. I was referring to a guardian angel, like that you an experience that would tell you like there had to be some angel or someone that protected me at that point, because I'm convinced that guardian angels are real. Okay, Rotting Doll, thank you for joining the stream. I hope to see you again. Um, yeah, I enjoyed your company. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna. This stream isn't going on for all too much longer. Hi, welcome back, KDOGG. Hey, Caleb. Welcome back. Okay. It was nice meeting you. Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah, you're a good guy. You always do that kind of thing. Thanks, Caleb. You're a pal. Good boy. Good man. Yeah, I slowly wanna wrap this up too. So I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. I did not expect it to carry on this long. I thought it would be an hour, maybe two, but almost 3 hours. I'm pretty impressed. Bye, Rotting Doll. Have a good one. I'm glad you did, Lulu. But I will tell you my story of my guardian angel. I came to realize that they are real. As I was saying before, it's not over yet. The stream's not over yet. Almost there. I'm going to end the stream with my story of my guardian angel. Hey Sandy, it's okay. It's not over yet. I think 10 more minutes. So then it's 1 a.m. here, and then I'm going to end the stream. So as I said before, friend, big house. I was 13, and I would spend the night at his house. This guy had everything: games and hovercrafts, remote controlled hovercrafts, and this was like the 90s somewhere. So that was all very special stuff. And he had chemistry sets and everything that a kid could desire. He had it. So I was going to spend the night there, and we had spent the night at my place before. I'm from a poor family, and I had a Sega 16-bit, and that was awesome. That was our entertainment, and I had TV, and not very impressive, but it did the trick. So we were at his house, and that day I just had this feeling that I could not sleep there. I wasn't supposed to sleep there. And every fiber in my body told me, don't sleep here. And I just couldn't explain why that feeling rose. I mean, I had spent the nights there before. It was a great house. It had everything. Why wouldn't I want to sleep there? So I voiced my concern to him and his mother. And we decided to go and sleep at my house. And the next day, after spending the night at my house, we went back to his house. And a surprise storm had rose with thunder and lightning. And when we came to his house, lightning had struck into his house. When we went to look for where it had struck in the guest room on a pillow where my head would have been. So this gut feeling, this very strong sensation of don't sleep there, don't sleep here, go home, not tonight. What do you make of that? I cannot deny what was there. I am convinced that that is a guardian angel. It is what got me into this work for one thing. Of course, there's a lot of extra parameters that got me into this, but that was something very special to me. And that told me that the guardian angel is a real thing. And they take care of you. They warn you. And that's also with you. With Mary Lou, with Sandy, with Lulu. Every time, every night, every day, every minute. So I hope that can take a bit of your fear. First of all, Lulu, don't worry, there's always someone looking out for you. And that is real. And maybe you should say thank you sometime. Maybe not. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. So that is it for this live stream. I hope you enjoyed the information. I hope you enjoyed the talk. I sure did, because there were a lot of interesting stories. And White Wolf, please email me for any questions or such thing. Lou, I will again. Mary Lou, Paranormal People. I will leave a link into the description. I will talk to you as well on Facebook. because you have sent me an invite, so I'll check that in a minute. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. 17 likes. 17 likes. I'm flabbergasted. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again soon on a different time, same place, probably. And go stroll around the channel. There's a lot of stories on there. There's a lot of information on there. Respective links will be in the description. And it was my absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, keep your heart warm.